Okay, let's have a really quick talk about the whole Ashley Madison debacle. And my thoughts are still kind of stirring around about that, so if this is a bit incoherent, fair enough. There's two stories going on here. There's the story about Ashley Madison itself. Now, supposedly it was targeted because of the way it was effectively ripping off its users. From what I can gather in the news, there were lots of bots on the site that targeted men to try and get them to pay money because you couldn't do anything on the site without paying money. So you got messages from bots, and then if you wanted to reply to them, you had to pay money, and they were bots. So there were all kinds of dodgy, shifty, horrible practices going on there. And if you wanted to delete your account and leave, you were basically being blackmailed, because to do that cost money. So there were a whole bunch of issues, and initially the hackers were like, this is bad, this is wrong, you're doing horrible things to your users, and so they were all like,
I fight for the users.
But it turned out they were really more like,
You dirt-eating piece of slime! You scum-sucking pig! You son of a motherless goat!
because if you're accusing the site of bad practice, and you're supposedly doing what you're doing for the sake of its users who are being ripped off, blackmailed and mistreated, if that's what you're supposedly doing, you don't release everyone's information out into the wild, break up a bunch of families, and cause a huge media storm that afflicts the users. That's a really indirect and inefficient way to get at the company and try to pressure the company to change, and it goes against the very people you're supposed to be helping. So basically the way I look at this is the same way that I would look at, say a website for closeted gay men was hacked and the information was released. Lots of those guys have families, you're wreaking destruction, you don't know what the home situation is, so that's not really fair to anybody either, and it would be the same if it was a kink website, whatever. People's love lives are not your business. And okay, so a few journalists that I happen to hate, like Sam Biddle, may have gotten caught out by it, but it's not fair to him either. It's still not right just because it's going after someone I don't like. And so what if the Duggars are caught up in this? They might be ghastly, horrible, nasty, obscene people, but they still don't deserve to have this happen to them. It's still wrong. And that's kind of where I am at with the whole thing. I just don't see how this serves the public interest at all, really. Even if it's politicians and so on, politicians' approval ratings often go up if they have affairs. I seem to recall that happened when it came out that John Major had an affair. It certainly happens in continental Europe. And the other thing that's shocking to me is how many people are leaping on this who are essentially internet libertarian types who otherwise give zero fucks, but they are being really, really judgmental of the people who use Ashley Madison. I haven't seen this much judgment since Judgy McJudgeson judged the judging competition in Judge County. It's just the sheer level of righteous indignation that people who otherwise would be very, oh well, take whatever drugs you want, do whatever sexual thing you want, but they'll look down on this, and it just seems weird and out of place. But yeah, anyway, that's where I am. I would be upset if this happened to closeted gays. I would be upset if this happened to kinky people being outed, and I don't see this as being particularly different to that. So yeah, make of that what you will. It's still unfolding. Ashley Madison was a scummy site. There are plenty of other horrible scummy sites out there, like the arrangement sites where rich old guys will pay girls to go through university, and it's heavily implied, nudge nudge, wink wink, that sexual favours will be exchanged otherwise. Just be a cam girl or a prostitute. Be honest about it. That shit, it's just weird. Anyway, yeah. Peace out.